Hello, today we are going to try some triangles question. The most important rule you need to know is that sum of all the interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So if these interior angles are x, y, z, then x plus y plus z equals to 180 degree. Let's start with the first question. Here we have to find x plus y. This is x and this is y. We can start by finding y. We'll use Pythagoras theorem. This angle is 90 degree. So hypotenuse is opposite to right angle. So 30 square is going to be y square plus 18 square. So we can figure out the value of y square with the help of this. Y square will be 30 square, that is 900, minus 18 square, that is 324. That will be equal to 576. So y will come as under root 576. That is 24. So we have the value of y as 24. Now we can again use Pythagoras theorem. This is also a right angle triangle. Hypotenuse is opposite to 90 degrees. So x in this case. So x square equals to 24 square plus 10 square. That should be 576 plus 100. That is 676. So x will be equal to under root of 676. That is 26. We need the value of x plus y. X is 26 and y is 24. So the answer will be 26 plus 24. That is equal to 50. Now let's try one more question. In this question, you have to find a plus b plus c plus x plus y. Now this is important. They're not exactly asking us for the values of this, just the sum of this. We can't possibly find the values of a, b, c or x and y, but we can definitely try finding their sum. Let's try with this first triangle. Sum of all the angles of this triangle should be equal to 180 degree. So we know that x plus y plus 50 is equals to 180 degree. So we can find the value of x plus y from here. X plus y will be equal to 180 minus 50. That is 130 degree. And then we also know that sum of all the angles of this triangle will also be 180. So A plus B plus C is also equal to 180 degree. Now we can just add them up. We want A plus B plus C plus X plus Y. A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. Plus X plus Y is equal to 130 degree. So the sum will be 130 plus 180. So that is 310 degrees. This is the sum of A plus B plus C plus X plus Y. Let's try this question also. Here we have to find the value of X. Now this is a straight line. So sum of both of these angles is supposed to be 180. If this is 130, this should be equal to 180 minus 130 degree. So this would be 180 minus 130, that is 50 degrees. Now here we have a triangle. We know all the angles of the triangle. Their sum will be 180. So x plus 50 plus 70 is equals to 180 degree. So x will be equal to 180 minus 50. That should be equal to 130 minus 70. That should be 60. So x is coming as 60 degrees. Now next question. The area of an equilateral triangle is 36 root 2 centimeters square. What is the height of the triangle? So here the area of an equilateral triangle is given. We can use the direct formula of area of equilateral triangle to first find the side. Area of equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 into side square. But I'll show you the other method also. You can take the side as x. Say this is x, so this and this will also be x. Now we'll drop a perpendicular. Because this is an isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle. In case of equilateral and isosceles triangle, if we drop a perpendicular, it divides the base into two equal parts. So if this whole side is x, this will become x by 2. Let's take this as height h. So, according to Pythagoras theorem, h square plus x by 2 square will be equal to this hypotenuse square, that is x square. So we'll get h square equals to x square minus x square by 4. So h square is equal to 4x square minus x square, that is 3x square by 4. H will be the root of this, so this would be x root 3 by 2. Now we have the height. We can find out the area. Area is 36 root 3, but it can also be half into base, that is x, into height, that is x root 3 by 2. So by this, we can find the value of x first. This root 3 and this root 3 will be cancelled. So x square will come as 36 into 4. So therefore, x will be under root of this. Under root of 36 is 6 and under root of 4 is 2. So this is coming as 12 centimeter. But this is not the answer. This is just the side. If you want the height, you will have to put it here. So it would be 12 under root 3 divided by 2. That is equal to 6 root 3. So this is the answer. The height is 6 root 3 centimeters. Now this question. What is the longest side of this figure? So first of all, the logic of longest side. I'll explain this to you. We can only compare when we have one triangle. This is only applicable on one triangle, not the other one automatically. But if you have this triangle and it has angle 20 degree, 50 degree, and the third will be 180 minus 20 minus 50, that is 110 degree. So the side opposite to the largest angle will be largest. So if this is ABC, so AB will be greater than AC. Why? Because the angle opposite to it, that is angle ACB, is greater than the angle opposite to this AC side, that is angle ABC. So the side opposite to the largest angle is largest and the side opposite to the smallest angle is going to be the smallest. Now here in this triangle, we'll first figure out what is the largest side compared to in this triangle. So this is 80, 45 and 55. So for this triangle, it's obvious that BD will be the longest side in triangle ABD. In triangle ABD, BD will be the longest side. Now, if we consider this triangle, so in this triangle, this is the shortest side, right? BD is longest in ABD. So, no matter what, the other two sides will be smaller than ABD. Now, this is the smallest side. Smallest in triangle BDC. That means all the other two sides are larger. So that automatically means that these two sides are also smaller than these sides. Now here, the longest side will be opposite to 70 degree. 70 is the largest angle side opposite to this. This DC will be the longest side. DC is longest. The thing was that we can only compare in one triangle, so we can't automatically say if DC is greater than these two sides, but because DC is greater than BD and BD is greater than AD or AB. So that's why we can say that it's automatically greater than AB and AD also. So this will be the answer. DC will be the longest side in this figure. Let's try one more question. Here we have to find ABCD. So for that, we can simply first figure out these angles. This is A, this is D, this is C, and this is B. Now let's take this as X and Y. Now X plus Y plus 50 degree will be equal to 180 degree. So X plus Y will be equal to 180 minus 50, that is 130 degree. Now this is a straight line. So A plus B plus X equals to 180. This is also a straight line. So C plus D plus Y equals to 180. Let's add these two together. So we'll get A plus B plus C plus D plus X plus Y equals to 360 degrees. Now we'll leave them here. A plus B plus C plus D plus X plus Y. Now this X plus Y is already equal to 130 degrees. So plus 130 equals to 360. So we know A plus B plus C plus D equals to 360 minus 130. That is equal to 230 degrees. This will be the answer. Alright then, bye.